Hello everyone, welcome back to the C Morning Show right here on C. Today we are going fast and forward to deep dive for our first discussion of the day. We've been talking about basketball in our sports update, but this one comes to the heart where the highly anticipated 2024 DBL Jakarta Final will begin and commence at 3 p.m. local time in the Indonesia Arena. It will be the second time the indoor stadium hosts this very special event.
Yes, that's right. The 2024 and 2025 DBL takes place in 31 cities and 23 provinces across Indonesia and includes the AZA 3-on-3 competition as well as the DBL Indonesia All-Star selection.
So without further ado, let's break down what's at stake for the teams that have gotten this far and what fans can expect when the best of the best hit the court for the final showdown right here in Jakarta. Let's welcome Development Basketball League or DBL Indonesia CEO and founder. Well, we have Mr. Azrul Ananda right here, and then thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Came from Perth Airport straight to the studio. I
Thank you for being
how
here.
committed you are definitely for DBL, and now we know that DBL itself have been here in Indonesia for the past 2 decades. So, Azrul, if you think back 20 years ago, you're seeing the day-to-day at this present time. Is this something that you foreseen back, that 20 years ago?
Time flies.
Yes, it does.
We never expected DBL to be this big. We never thought a high school basketball competition can be this big.
In Indonesia.
In Indonesia.
Yes.
But I guess everything can happen. And I believe because the key is because we were consistent in developing the competition. We didn't go big from the beginning. We develop it step by step. We make sure the regulation, the consistency of the organization stays there. And I'm lucky to have my team in DBL. The main management have been with us from the beginning. So we grew up together, now grow old together. But that shows that if you do something, if you meant well and you do it consistently, good things will happen. And not just for us, for a lot of people.
And this definitely has to become a staple in growing the basketball industry. Beginning from the grassroots to now they're becoming, these DBL players, they're playing like they're pro athletes, by the way. It's amazing.
Yeah, we try to, 99% of DBL players will not become professional basketball players. We know that from the beginning. But we want to make sure more and more kids playing basketball.
Yes.
Participation is very important. So to get gold medals, to get championships, it costs a lot of money. And in Indonesia, too much focus is on achieving the end goal, but never thinking about how to get there the hard way, the proper way. So DBL, we really started from the grassroots, and even though 99% will not become basketball player, but we want to make sure 100% become professional in everything they do.
Oh, I love that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because so about 15, 20 years ago, I was still in high school. So I was following DBL's games, and
supporting
supporting
your school?
my school, obviously. And then on, it was still the beginning part of DBL, right? And what challenges in that stage, in the beginning phase of DBL that you faced in the early years following the establishment of the DBL League?
Before DBL, not a lot of regulations for high school basketball.
Yeah.
I've seen competition where a high school student never spent 3 more years than he has to in high school and still play basketball. So he's already a professional player, but still play in high school basketball.
Wow.
With no regards of academic standings or whatsoever. So we want to make sure from the beginning that it's a student-athlete concept. So it's student first, then athlete. So we want to make sure they go to school. We want to make sure they go to school properly, get good grades before they can play. And it's very hard to convince schools that we are really doing that. They don't believe us. So we check the report card, we check their progress in school. We have a department doing the checking.
Wow.
And this is Indonesia, a lot of cheating attempts.
Sadly.
We are talking about all over Indonesia. We have schools in Sumatra trying to put in college players in. We have schools in Kalimantan changing report cards.
Because they just want the, you know, their school and institution to win.
So that's the hardest challenge, to do it properly, to do it professionally, to teach professionalism, to teach, you know, don't cheat, do it the right way. Good things will happen. And that's the hardest part at the beginning. And teaching them how to dress properly, basketball uniform, DBL is very proper, right? If you wear black socks, the whole team wear black socks. So it looks good.
It's like the school.
And then the coaches, the teachers must wear a suit and tie. So they look really, really good. They behave professionally. Before DBL, they can wear shorts, sandals. And when you don't wear properly, you don't act properly.
Yes.
That's true.
I love that you're bringing, you're embedding the culture of basketball. And it seems that you're taking...
Professionalism,
That's right. And of course, you're taking, that's what we see in the NBA. If you're seeing in the NBA, everything, and even when they're walking the halls, I mean, they look very proper, right? When they're drafted, they always have to wear their suits and whatnot. I mean, it's talking about professionalism, mannerism. And also the responsibility for them as a pro athlete. And in their lives too, whatever that professionals they're going to be.
Respect themselves.
That's right.
Respect other players.
Yes.
We always teach the players that not everybody can be on the basketball court.
Yes.
It's a privilege to be on that court. Not everyone can go there. Even if you're a good basketball player, if you don't have good grades, you cannot play. And maybe in your school there are 50 basketball players, but only 12 selected to play DBL. So it's a privilege. So you have to act like you have a privilege. You have to respect the process. You have to respect that you are there. You have to respect everybody who is there. That's the value that you want to.
And
I really like that.
And definitely, this is like we're watching Coach Carter, and this is something that we adapt definitely in
Indonesia.
Yeah, in Indonesia.
Since 2004.
And that is amazing because we see that that is how the basketball industry back home, I mean, back in the United States, right? Even though you play good, but you don't have good grades, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a part of the team. In regards to this though, Pazro, I'm just amazed how you put DBL not only for basketball, but all towards, like we have cheerleaders back in the US. You also have the dance. So it's every component of the basketball games and basketball.
The whole school spirit.
It's the whole school spirit on that. So in regards to this, it's amazing that we're seeing it on the finals. We know that you accommodate a lot of fans. You have the biggest fans, definitely, when they're watching the games, especially for the finals. How do you see it progress to where it is today?
I remember our first ever final in Surabaya in 2004. The night before, we are putting up the banners and everything, and a senior basketball person in Surabaya came to me and asked, "What is this for?" And I said, "Tomorrow we have a high school final. And then, do you sell tickets?" "Yes." "How much?" 5,000 rupiah. "Is anybody gonna pay?"
Wow.
So no one believed. And what happened was the next day, we broke the record for East Java at the time, about 5,000 spectators.
5,000?
At the time, it was a record.
2004.
Wow.
And we sell tickets, it's not free.
Yes.
So we know we have something's going on here. So we developed that, and now we are in Indonesia Arena. Thank you for having Indonesia Arena exist. Because otherwise, DBL cannot be this big also. So. And I believe on Friday, the 6th, we will have the biggest, we will hold the record for the biggest indoor sports spectator.
Amazing.
In Indonesia history.
Yes.
We will have more than 14,000 spectators on Friday. So that's I can't believe
it's a monumental moment.
I mean, if you watch the DBL games right now, it is just mind-blowing because if you were thinking NBA with the dunks, all these DBL players, they do the dunks, especially from the girls team. They're playing like Sabrina Ionesco, they're playing like Caitlin Clark, like Paige Bookers. They're so good.
It's magic, right? I mean, they're high school kids.
Yes.
They have fun. When you give a platform for these kids, they have talents, but they just don't have enough platform to show it.
Yes,
Once you give them a proper platform, you give them you treat them like professional. You treat them like it's supposed to be, and you treat the spectators the way they're supposed to be. And the spectators treat the players like they're a professional player. Suddenly magic happens.
Yeah.
And it's a high school game, but it feels, I believe it feels better than the NBA.
Of course.
Because they don't play for money.
Yes.
They play for the
honor.
spirit,
Yeah.
for the heart of
For them,
basketball.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And honor.
That's beautiful. So I know, I still remember some of the people.
You're going back to the days,
going
aren't you?
back. Because for me, DBL is high school days. You
Yes,
know?
yes.
Like you go to the Bulungan Sports Center,
Yes.
and you support your school. And then for me, I remember that I know some of my friends who play in DBL. Right now, they're becoming into very good professional. They're doing well in their career.
Yeah.
So I want to know if you have success stories from all these players who've been playing that have emerged from DBL over the years. And we also heard that a DBL alumni has also joined the National Collegiate Athlete Association in the US. So please, tell us more about this.
Yeah, we followed.
Once again, we have to remind everybody that our goal is not to create professional athletes. Our goal is to create 100% professional in anything, in everything they do after high school. But we know we are a good platform for the kids to show their ability, and not a lot of platform in Indonesia. So in DBL, we have what we call the All-Stars. So every year we select the best 300 players, 300-ish from all over Indonesia. We put them in a camp. We used to work with the NBA. Now we work with World Basketball Academy from Australia. We select the players. We have 12 boys, 12 girls, DBL All-Star, and then we send them to the US. Every year since 2008. We send them abroad to the US since 2010, I think. And we join a tournament in the US. And we make sure the tournament is NCAA recognized, so sanctioned. So we make sure we have scouts watching these kids.
Yes.
So from last year or 2 years ago, we're starting to have colleges in the US
Yes.
recruiting them, giving them, offering them full scholarships.
Yes,
For
we
basketball.
followed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing.
So
Not only one, there were a couple.
of at least
Yes,
5.
Yeah, so she has to
Wow.
choose where she wants
So
to reside.
now we have one girl, Maxine, now
Maxine,
she's
yes.
in the US. We hope she will be an excellent player and can go back to Indonesia and make our national team a lot better. But actually, she wasn't the first one. In 2009 or 10, we had one girl in Bandung already got not full scholarship, half scholarship to go to play basketball in the US. But it wasn't Division 1, it was Division 2. So actually Maxine is not the first one. But we know if we do this better, in the future we will have more and more Indonesian kids playing at that level.
Yeah.
We just need to have more kids playing, so we can find more. We are like like a fisherman. Like we spread the net. We try to get as wide as possible, and we get better quality product out of it.
No, but Azrul, in regards to this, I think I quite find interesting you were saying that, yes, with DBL, that you want to cater to shape these students to become professionals.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, their love for the basketball is there.
Yeah.
And in regards to this, we know that the Indonesian basketball industry, it is really growing, even though, it's still in a process.
Yeah.
But through DBL now, especially with these initiatives and programs that you commence in like the All-Stars program and whatnot, it really shows these, soon-to-be athletes, or they're athletes already, that there are a future for you to become an athlete, just like Maxine, right? So you're showing them, yes, you can be a professional, but look at this. You can go to America, you can go to college there, but you can come back again to become a professional and also to become a part of the Indonesian team, right? And to support the team.
Yeah.
Is that also what you're trying to kind of like shape for the Indonesian basketball industry? That there is hope that you can be a pro athlete, especially in basketball, not only football, not only badminton, but also for basketball.
It's funny because usually when people are having a competition, they always say, our goal is to create athletes.
Yeah.
But with DBL, becoming athlete is a side effect.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
So I'm proud to have DBL alumni playing at the international level, professional level. But I'm more proud to see when I meet somebody. I said, Pak Azrul, how are you? Were you in DBL? Yes. What do you do now? I'm a doctor. And then I went to Sydney, Australia. Somebody say hi to me on the train. Pak Azrul said, must be DBL, right? Yes. Which DBL? Pontianak. Oh, what do you do now? I work here now.
Wow.
So
in Australia.
I'm more proud in meeting DBL alumni who are doing well in their life outside.
Right.
Basketball.
Actually, fun fact, one of our colleagues is an ex-DBL player. Ralphie.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
he's also
He's
here.
now an anchor here. In
Yes,
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, yeah. So I'm more proud when I see them doing well and they learn at least a little bit about professionalism from DBL.
Right.
Because if you watch a DBL game, don't just watch the game. Watch how the tables work, the referee tables. Please watch how the bench are, the coaches, when they were wearing the suits and everything. You see them and it doesn't look like a high school game.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Very professional.
It doesn't
Like
look like
NCAA already. Yes.
So, Fazrul, what are some exciting initiatives that you have or developments for DBL, that we can expect from this year's Jakarta Final in the Indonesia Stadium? Yeah.
I think tomorrow, on Friday, the show is always the show, basketball, and DBL always have a special show to introduce the players, introduce the team. We will involve families and teachers in the show. But I think the #1 show is the spectators themselves.
That's right. Yes.
14,000, yeah.
There are schools, but there are not 14,000 people in those schools.
Yeah.
So
yes.
at least half of the spectators are there to watch other spectators.
Yes.
So I think the spectators will be as big as of a show as the game itself.
Yeah.
So everything is a show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun, and many important people will come, I'm sure. And we have a new Perbasi now, and
Yes.
they will be there, and
Yeah.
we'll find out how it is gonna be in the future. Basketball have a bright future in Indonesia.
Of course, definitely, indeed. And as you're speaking about development league through basketball, that's why it's DBL. Professionalism and also networking. That's why you have like this 14,000 spectators, and again, they will all support. And that's so good about these high school games or DBL.
And it's fun.
Yes, it is fun. Fun
Very
atmosphere. All support one another, and they're just happy to see whoever that's going to win the championship. And that said, DBL has now placed marked its 20th year. Now, if we see short-term plan, 5 years. Say a long-term plan, maybe 10 to 15 to 20 years, how you will see or foresee DBL, and maybe you like to expand more to regions across Indonesia or national championship. What will be further for DBL?
Well, our goal is to have the competition in every province in Indonesia. Because of the pandemic, we couldn't go as fast as we would like. So our goal is still to expand DBL to every province in Indonesia. To have a national championship, I think it's a secondary goal right now because like in the US, there is no national championship for high school. But it's more important to have a bigger program within the provinces to have more participation than to have the national championship. So we want to allocate the resources to go even deeper in every region. So that's the goal. And like I said, if we can have better players, better result for the Indonesian basketball in general, that's a side effect. So our main goal is still to develop that. And hopefully we also work better with Perbasi to create a better pyramid for Indonesian basketball. Because the pyramid in Indonesian basketball is not completed yet. We have the strong grassroots, we have a national team, and we have the professional league. But we still have a big missing chunk in the middle. That's we still have to work on. And it's very important for DBL because we have 40,000 people participating in DBL every year. We have thousands of kids after high school don't know where to play. Not everybody can play in college. Not everybody, they might have to go to work because their family don't have enough money. So we have to create a platform for the follow-up after DBL. So we are working with Perbasi on that.
It's all about collaborative, isn't it? If you want to really enhance and empower this industry, it's a collaborative.
And we will never have a strong national team without a complete pyramid.
Yes. And I think it goes for everything, for basketball, for any kind of sports, even for education, and for, it needs to be a complete pyramid. So, Pak Azrul, last but not least, do you have any message that you would like to share to teams, to players, to viewers out there ahead of this year's Jakarta Final?
You know, these kids, even national team player may not have the experience of playing in front of 14,000 people.
Yes.
So
it's all about
I don't have that
mentality.
experience.
Yes,
Nobody has that.
mentality.
And last year they gave a great show, like buzzer beater and last second shots, and they're high school kids.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, just have fun, just give your best, enjoy the process. This might be the best experience in your life, in our life. So just have fun, and everything else will go.
It definitely will be a milestone
Oh,
for
yeah.
these
For
players,
sure.
right? And also
everyone.
for the one that roots them, whether that's family, friends, educators of their school. It's the spirit to honor themselves.
Yeah.
With that,
20 years from now, they will say, "I remember the day I
Yes.
played."
Yeah.
they will tell their kids and the next generation what happened on the day today.
Yeah.
Pak Azrul, thank you very much for being here. We have the CEO and founder of DBL. Pak Azrul, again, this is more than basketball. Thank you for shaping DBL
thank
to
you.
where it is right now.
Thank you for having me and help share this DBL with everybody else. So
Yes.
more people must understand the goal of DBL is not just to have the game. It's more than basketball.
Yeah, it's more than the sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like you said before,
Yes.
it's to have fun. The goal is to have fun.
Yes, and shaping these young, Indonesians that will become the leaders of Indonesia for their professionalism. With that said, I have two boys. They're under 8 right now and under 12. Can't wait to meet with their
Future DBL.
Future
Cannot
player,
wait
for
to
sure.
meet their uncle, Bapak Azrul, and they're right here. Thank you very much once again,
you so
Pak
Thank you
Azrul.
very much, Fazrul. All right, folks, so right now we are set for another break, and when we return, we'll bring you more interesting stories from around the world. So stay here on The Simone Show, on MC Today.